Gentlemen, today is the big, in fact, very big day. Let's go turn it on together with Luca, who is finishing cleaning the parts that we are going to install today. I am super excited because if everything we have done so far in these episodes of how the restoration has gone as it should, today she, with positive and negative poles connected, should turn on immediately. Before we start and launch the jingle, let me show you two works of art, the Sadrad circles, which have already been repainted. Behind here, instead, you see the tank only with the base given, ready to be used today for us to do the carburation. And clearly the first ignition, so having said that, guys, I would say let's launch the jingle. But first of all, I remind you to subscribe to the channel and activate the bell so you don't miss the next video. Let's go! Luca, good morning, and two. So what are we going to do today, apart from the first ignition?
We are going to assemble all the missing parts, namely the filter box, so we can also proceed to do the carburation.
Which we will explain to you well how it will be done.
We will mount the headlight. Front, we will start with the circles.
I have already reached the saddle because I want to mount it on top. But anyway, we will rightly mount circles, calipers, and discs. Crown, pinion, chain, then the saddle, then first ignition, and we take it off-road. Yes, so what do we start with? Here I see that you've already cleaned up a few things on the bench. You've prepared the saddle, the headlights, and the box. Inside the filter box, you need to immediately install the K-in filter that we got last time. And after that, we can move right away to install discs on the rims and then rims on the bike. Perfect. Let's proceed. Front rim successfully installed. The discs look great with the gray of the rim's paint. And speaking of the discs, I'm going to make a small note. In the previous episode, some of you rightly raised the issue of registration with the Archaeological Survey of India. With the Daisy discs, it's not really a problem because from the donor bike that I showed you in previous episodes, we also have the original discs as well as the pump. So, when we have to go take pictures for the Aussie registration, we will reassemble on the pair of rims and on the right handlebar sign the correct pump and discs so we can take the pictures and then reassemble on these. Also because the idea is to go on the track once the bike is closed and completed. Definitely a nice track test to see how this 99 SG Rad behaves. I want to go do it. And having this godsend that braking has given us, I don't see why I should have to use something original and old. Once that's done, we move to the rear of the bike, ready to reassemble the tear-offs, the crown, and the rear disc. The work is progressing. The chain has been successfully installed. Now, however, not everything, as you know, goes smoothly. In fact, the old pignone, the nut of the old pignone, has no intention of moving from there at all. We were unable to unscrew it in any way, despite the good and bad methods. So what we decided together with Luca is to leave it mounted, currently in use, also because it has been used and we have a new one. However, I will then take the bike, perhaps to the workshop, and I will have it disassembled with all tranquility and calm with the right tools. The pinion to then do it.
Replace, let's proceed.
To reassemble the pinion cover, then we mount the gear platform, and I believe then we will really move to the front part. As for the headlights, the rear part with stop signals and a bit of electrical system, and then we will finally get to the carburetors. And gentlemen, after several hours of work, less than 10, but we are roughly there. The bike is ready for transfer from Giulio Design and Luca of LDS Custom. Now this is the first moment where we are really going to turn it on. So at this moment here, I would put you like this. Pump that pumps, instrumentation that instruments. The madman is not there. Let's put the madman. Let's see if it turns on. And here it is, air cable. Clearly everything is working. Here it is heating up. Madman's light that is turned on. And at this point, we would only and exclusively need to do the carburation, the one we had promised you. If it weren't for a very small problem, Luca made a mistake in taking the connectors on the throttle bodies. And automatically we can use the vacuum gauge that's on the table. So for now, we leave it like this. The important thing was to turn it on. Let's close this video because guys, it's getting really late and we both have families at home waiting for us. Having said that, I'm very happy that the bike is running. Now we will do the last little checks, oil, fluids, and whatever else. We will let it run a bit. But for this video, that's all from Luca and Green Arrow. That's all. I don't know, I'm full of emotions. I can't speak anymore. We'll see you next time. Please subscribe, activate the bell, and leave a nice like with a comment below. That's all from us. Bye.